When is my breakfast gonna be ready?
Really soon. Can you grab me another crate of eggs from the top shelf in there?
Can I get seaweed thing? Seaweed soup?
No, baby. Breakfast is almost ready. Here, throw this one away.
It's just yummy.
I know, but I want you to eat everything I serve you now.
Alright.
7. I don't know.
I'm pretty hungry.
It's going to be ready super fast. Okay. I just have to whisk these. Will you grab a whisk from there, baby?
Smokies.
Oh, yeah.
Side. Eggs.
Oh, these eggs are...
I don't know.
No. Yuck. Here.
It's delicious. Come on. And you told me stories about you eating restaurants when you were little.
Yeah.
They don't do anything to you.
I think you're right. I just don't want you to eat before breakfast because I want you to eat everything I serve you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go for my first.
What? No, you're not. Oh, okay. Alexa, play Mozart level 5.
Check my songs on the newest website on Amazon Music.
I think it's on my dresser. Actually, Ivan, bring it over here, the whole thing, so I can charge it, please. Yeah, bring it here, please. Here's a charger right here. Alright, guys, listen up. Here, charge that for me. Go close your bedroom door, Joelle. I don't want that inside. It's going to break something, and Jax is going to break it. Listen. You get the napkins and forks. Ivan, close your bedroom door so Jax doesn't go in there. And close the bathroom also, please.
There's not enough napkins.
Here, there's some new ones here.
There's literally 2.
Don't get him hyper, Ivan. Here, baby. And you should grab forks, and then... Ivan, will you get water? Just 2 waters, because I have my coffee.
Where are the cups?
In the dishwasher. They're all clean. noticed that last night, and if I didn't fill it because it was like 11 o'clock at night. Just bring it out here. I'll fill them now. Let me watch this.
Next to my ex.
Well, I mixed them up, baby.
I know, but raw smoking next to my ex. Did you use the entire packet for that?
No.
Okay, good.
No way.
I was like, did you use the entire thing?
No. You can grab just 2, please. I don't want you to feel sick.
Alright. Where are they?
In a drawer. In a bag.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivan. Is that the cups you're gonna use? Those 2?
Yeah.
Man, sorry I didn't fill those up. We'll just use what you can. I think Jax needs to get up on the sofa. Whoever's done first, help him out, please.
Can I eat them now or leave them next?
You can eat them now. It's fine.
Joy, yours is a see-through one.
I forgot to finish. Forks, please. I'm about to serve, so stay close by.
Sorry, I gave myself a lot of napkins on purpose.
That's fine.
There's only 2 forks.
Everything in the dishwasher's clean.
Wow, it's like, there's only this. Well, there's more over here. There's only that. Well, there's more over here. It's like that. That happened 2 times in a row, so.
Got you covered, baby.
So.
Don't get him hyper.
Triple, oh boy. Is Daddy here to eat?
We had to show a house early.
Oh, so gotta take out a napkin.
Thank you for thinking of him. Will you grab, let's see.
I moved you to his spot.
Let's get some of our school stuff at breakfast reading, or do you want to just do everything in the classroom after the breakfast?
Everything in the classroom after breakfast. Reading and stuff at the table, so we'll have a shorter classroom time.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab the Meadow People book. It's on the little shelf. Grab.
I'm sorry, I just do not like having to do time in the class.
That's okay.
It's so different. Yeah, we need to do Bible time and Meadow People.
And there's a stack of library books. Get the nature. You'll notice it. It's called like my first nature book or something like that, in the stack of library books. And you can grab that. And oh, and there's 2 other ones, but they're new. I'll go get those.
Jax, what do you got down from the couch?
Did he get down?
Oh
I
yeah,
think he
you
wants
got
company.
down.
He wants company, that's why. He's a cutie tootie.
Come here,
You
Jax.
can put that in my seat, baby. Oi! You! Jax, you got my girl.
Stepped on her.
Oh,
Jax stepped on her, Mommy.
It's okay, girl.
Are you okay? Okay, Jax. Break it. Break it. Come on. Get out of here.
There is. Joelle, I made you a bagel. Do you want that or regular toast?
Jax.
Here, let's move.
Come here.
I'll get it. Hey, you see that fat King James Bible over there? Can you bring it to the table?
Come on, Jax. This way.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry.
New King James?
Yes.
bagels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's enough to start, don't you think?
Yeah.
Here, take that to the table.
Now, do not forget my precious cookies. Not the sauce. Okay. Christmas. Christmas is young. Wait, we're wearing Christmas colors. Yes, I am.
What is it?
I'm wearing Christmas colors.
Here. Come, Ivan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. It's wonderful. It's great. Just need less.
This plate. Oh, I know. Do you prefer one, or is that gonna work fine for?
One with the four. Little girl, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, big boy. Let's go to the sofa. I didn't forget the What? So, are we gonna move to the classroom?
Probably. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Oh no, my coffee's. Is my coffee on? Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. There. Okay. That's good.
Everybody's hats stacking up.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm so nasty, so really nasty.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for this food that you provided for us this morning, this beautiful day, this beautiful weather. I pray that you would be with us today as we love one another, serve one another, help us to be patient and kind to one another, help us to exemplify you, Lord, in this home. I pray that you would help us to work diligently in our schoolwork and in our chores. Help us to seek opportunities to bless one another and anyone who crosses our path today. And I pray, Lord, that you would help me to be patient and kind and sweet to the boys as we do school and live our day together. Help us to work heartily unto you and to enjoy all the blessings you've given us, not taking them for granted. Help this food to nourish our bodies and keep us healthy and make us strong so that we can better serve you, Lord. Bless our time now in the Word. Help us to learn and understand and grow in our love and our devotion to you as we learn more and more about you through your wonderful Word. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. Enjoy.
Well, and when we play Minecraft, guess what we're gonna do today? What? We're gonna go and #2. Teleport to each other.
What is that?
It's a world name.
It's a world name. Oh, #2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything.
I knew it.
Nice.
We build worlds all the time. Whole worlds.
How many do you have so far?
I have 103.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm. I just go create, and I just go boop, 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 boop.
You haven't spent time in all of them, right?
No, all you have to do is push a button and then it creates a new world for you.
So it's just an empty world?
No, it's a world full of life, trees, animals, everything. And you get to go and explore and find villages, build houses. It's awesome.
Cool.
There's also mansions.
How'd they get there? Just created?
Mm-hmm. when you create the world,
It's basically like your God.
Right?
in,
It reminds me of Narnia.
In creative, it's like your God.
It reminds me of, okay, it's like a mix of stuff. It's a mix of mining in the Middle Ages and Narnia. Different worlds being created.
And portals.
And portals.
And Mommy, there is infinite things you can build in Minecraft. Infinite. Like, seriously.
Can you build like a carousel?
Yes.
With flying?
You can, and all the bad guys are gonna get on it and turn around. It's like, hey!
Yeah, you can build roller coasters, you can build...
Oh yeah, roller coasters are the best ones.
Do you have to eat?
No.
Yeah, in survival you have your food bar, life bar, and to kill animals you can get meat. So it's like... And one...
trail.
Yeah, basically. But, you're not in a wagon, and...
Because those pioneer days.
It's like
different time period.
It's like you're hunting and you can move everywhere you want. And you're hunting. That's the entire game, just hunting in order to go.
And it's a mix of superhero powers. Because you can fly too, right?
Leap,
fly.
And then creative.
Goodness gracious.
And you can create things in your hands.
And it's a mix of zombies. Horrible zombie movies.
it truly is horrible. This is my Minecraft character with a legendary axe.
When did we originally get those? Did someone gift them to you or did you buy them? Someone did? What's funny that we had them and now you want to play with them because now you play Minecraft.
But I did buy a Minecraft Lego set. One. And it was like a part of the Nether Realm. The lava. It came with a black skeleton, a pig zombie.
Was it one of those times that you had $5 and you had to spend it? I don't know what to get. I don't want anything. I guess I'll just get this Minecraft Lego kit even though I don't know what Minecraft is. And then it stayed in your drawer for 10 years and now you play with it.
Actually, that day, friends came over and broke it.
Let me see your eyelid. There's something on it. I've been noticing it. I wonder if it's the wax you... Oh no, it came right off. Okay, never mind.
And I liked it a lot. I played with it a lot that day. And I knew I was going to play with it tomorrow. I was excited because I think Ivan was with Daddy somewhere.
You mean the next day or tomorrow?
The next day, the day after I got it, that day, friends came over and broke it.
I think if friends came over, I would be there.
I never got a chance to play with Ivan.
Now you do.
So,
you have a chance to play the real thing. Joel, you have a chance to play the real thing with me. A huge world.
Huge! It's like I have the biggest Lego set of my life.
Oh, cool.
I'm a little square. No, that's Tango. Alright, Tango's at Bud's over.
Hitting his head. He hit Daddy's chin yesterday. The same when he got my eye, he hit Daddy's chin. And Daddy said it hurt really bad. His head is like
rock solid.
Yes, it's crazy. It's kind of good because he throws it around so much. If he hits it against something really hard, he's unlikely to get badly hurt. But it hurt me so bad. Were you there? I was crying from how bad it hurt. And Daddy said, oh yeah. And Daddy said it hurt really bad.
Oh no, I have no more.
He hit me in my arm and it hurt so, no, the funny in the elbow right here, it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat those Smokies?
No.
I think you're
Can I have them?
No.
You're not eating them for real? You're saving them for last. Saving the best for last.
Aren't the Smokies so yummy?
They're great.
I'm about to say no to everything right now, okay?
Please don't. I'm so negative.
But
Okay,
I'm
stuffed.
yeah. No, no. Look how much food I got. It's like I'm stuffed. Mom,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do for school today? Usual? Okay, cool.
Today is nature, music, and art day. And I think we're just gonna do math. We're not gonna do English lessons today. We're gonna try the 3 lessons a week instead of 4 lessons a week approach again, like we did the year before last. But on occasion,
Of what?
English lessons is just supposed to be 3 lessons a week, but last year we did 4 just to get it done. And it worked. It was really good, especially with all the time off we had with our trip to Puerto Rico and Christmas and everything. Now, this year, I would like to approach it with the 3 times a week plan, but on occasion 4 times, because we don't want to fall behind. I don't mind if we just do it 3 times, but I don't want to fall behind.
So tomorrow we're gonna do it?
Tomorrow's Friday. We're off tomorrow. So
Friday,
today,
and then Saturday.
yep,
Wait, are the residents going to the farmer's market
no
tomorrow?
last names. Don't say any last names. We're filming.
Okay.
I have no idea if they are, but one friend is coming over tomorrow. Because people on the internet. So, we will do Bible and hymn, and we could read now or later, whatever works. And then we'll go to the classroom, do math, and then we'll do all of our reading for nature study, art, and music. And let's listen to some, man, it's hot. Let me turn that fan on.
Is Gavin gonna go to the farmer's market?
I have no idea, baby.
But I know he's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
When is he coming over again?
In the morning,
When?
10-ish, we're gonna pick him up.
Yeah, what day?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow, we are gonna go pick him up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read. We got Genesis 7 today. Actually, that thing's gonna squeak like crazy.
This is crazy. 4 hours in 1 minute.
No.
Look, 4 hours in 1 minute. 14 minutes.
Oh, 4 hours and. All right, I'm gonna read. So where did we leave off? We left off that Noah obeyed God because he loved him and he believed him. And everything died, everything died. The waters were above the mountains. Okay, so now, chapter 7. Then the Lord God said to Noah, come into the ark. No, we read this already. We're on 8, okay. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of the heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. So the fountains of the deep and the windows of the heaven were not closed during the whole time. They were just left open, and now they're closed. They stopped. And the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. So just because it stopped raining, they had to wait, right, for the water to eventually be absorbed by the earth, and then they could come out.
And while we're in the cartoon, just like a tick, a tiny tick.
So unrealistic, probably petrifying. It was probably petrifying. Hey, focus. It was probably petrifying. Can you imagine
knowing that you are the only humans on the entire planet because everything just died, and now you have to wait for this water to go away, that is petrifying. Then the ark rested in the 7th month and the 17th day of the month, and on the mountains of Ararat. And we know that the mountains of Ararat still exist. So people go exploring and excavating, trying to see if they can find remnants of the ark. Some people feel certain that they have found it. Some people, are in search for it. I don't know if it's still all pieced together, or if it's shattered or rotted. I don't know if it's spread around Ararat but not on it. Who knows? Only the Lord knows. And who knows if we'll ever actually find it.
It probably will because it's there.
It's there, but it could be just like the Titanic. The Titanic, they know where it crashed in the iceberg, but it floated like this. 2 halves of the same ship floated apart, miles away from each other. Because when they were going down to the deeps, they spread out. The same thing could have happened to the ark. Like it says it rested on the mountains of Ararat, but that's so long ago. It could have decomposed or crumbled or rotted and spread out.
Maybe it rotted and then the mountain split it in half and then
Or they could have chopped it up and used it for materials for something else. As they're building new lives, the only 8 people on the entire planet building new lives for themselves. Who knows,
What if the Bible says it? Nobody's ever caught it and they're like,
I don't know.
it's ruined. Why are we doing this?
So let's see. So it rested on the mountains of Ararat, and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So they're just sitting on this ark for almost a year, and then finally, oh look, the top of the mountain. All that still has left to dry up. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark, which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot. And she returned to the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her, and drew her into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent out the dove from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth.
How could a bird do that?
A dove. You remember how they train doves to be little, what do they call them?
Messengers.
Messenger doves, right?
I actually don't train them at all.
They don't train them, they just come back. Remember that documentary we saw with the pigeon houses?
Mm-hmm.
They come back, right?
Yeah, they
I
have
don't
a
know.
special homing device.
Homing device. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
We need to learn about that.
No,
but,
pigeons. Only pigeons do, not
But
doves.
doves are
Doves
a kind
don't.
of pigeon.
Doves- They are?
Yeah, look how
Oh.
similar they are. They're a kind of
They are
pigeon.
very similar.
Mhm.
But, so doves don't have homing devices.
I
Yes,
bet they
they
do.
do.
I bet they have that in common with pigeons. And they know,
Just not as good as pigeons. Because pigeons could in Wildcrats, this is real life, at the end of the episode, real life, like them. So, they got a pigeon, put it in a cage, covered it with a blanket, so she couldn't find her way out, and then took her, riding on an elephant, almost across the world, put her down, and then got in a jeep and drove back, and she came back.
wow, some animals just know where home is. They just know. Well, this little dove came back to the ark with a dry piece of olive, or a freshly plucked olive leaf, and no one knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days, and he sent out the dove, which did not return again. Why?
Because it found it.
It found home. Let's go somewhere else. That ark is old news. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month and the 1st day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dry. Okay, you see how it gives you all these specific days and stuff? I don't know why, but I bet you if we listened to someone who has studied and dissected the scriptures, they could tell us why those days and saying the year and the month and all that is important. That's really interesting that God would choose to put that information in there. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all the flesh that is with you, birds and cattle and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply." Who did he say that to before?
Noah.
No.
Adam.
Adam, be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Every animal, every creeping thing, every bird, and whatever creeps on the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took every clean animal, and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar.
Yeah, that's why.
And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, "I will never again curse the ground for man's sake. Although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done." So he didn't just say, "I will never flood the earth again." He said, "I will never destroy every living thing as I have done." So remember yesterday your question was, if God promised never to flood the earth again, does that mean he won't do something different in flood? Well, he just said, that just answered your question, right? And then this is a quote from Isaiah. "While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease." All right, so they're on the earth now. Wow.
So then we go to Matthew?
We'll go to Matthew, and we're going to read, just Matthew. We've already finished our Psalms and our Proverbs. Wow.
Yeah.
I have to see where we're at in Matthew. We are in chapter 27. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts, and Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians.
Someone sent you a message. Someone sent you a message.
Have a seat, my love. Matthew 27.
No, but like a message from the YouTube.
Oh. Well, because it's live. Okay, we are after Judas hangs himself, and when Jesus is brought before Pilate. No, Joel, he's gonna eat stuff.
You got my napkin.
Here, give him. 11, verse 11. Come back, buddy. Are you gonna eat that smoky? Can I have it? Mine? John's? Yours? It's from your Band-Aid. I think your Band-Aid picked up a fuzz. Come, baby,
So-
sit down.
What did you want for him?
Nothing. Oh.
Wait, he sit down?
I don't want him to grab at him. Have a seat. Let's read this.
Then I need to chew on this, right?
No.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So yesterday we read about Judas killing himself. And you remember we talked about how Judas betrayed Jesus, and Peter denied Jesus, and both of them chose a different path. Judas felt terrible for what he did, He felt guilty. He tried to take back the silver, and he didn't repent. Instead, he let his guilt lead him to sorrowful condemnation to the point of suicide. But Peter saw his sin, and instead of being guilt-ridden and sorrowful to the point of condemning himself, he repented and he was forgiven. Because no matter what you do, Christ will forgive you. You can run to Christ. Satan will tell you, you're too bad, you've done too many bad things, he'll never take you back now. That's a lie. That is a lie, a lie, a lie. Just like Daddy said yesterday, whenever you think that lie, remember Peter. Remember the prodigal son. Remember David. Forgiven, 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 forgiven.
You licked it clean.
Good. All right, this is our last thing. Don't touch anything. Just focus on listening, please. Jax, you animal. All right.
You are such a pig.
So, pay attention, please. Sit down and focus. So, Jesus stood before the governor. You remember who the governor is? Pilate.
Yeah.
And the governor asked him, saying, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus said to him, "It is as you say." I wish he would just say, "Yes." It's as you say. And while he was being accused by the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Now, how many times, stop Joel, Joel, look at me, stop, ignore him. There's going to be many, many, many times in your life where you might be in opposition with someone about something. They want to argue, they want to tell you how wrong you are about something, they want to prove how right they are. Look what Jesus, if anybody is innocent and right, it's Jesus. And there's all these people falsely accusing him. Straight lies, falsely accusing him. And he doesn't even waste a second to defend himself. He doesn't care. He's on a mission. His mission is to honor God the Father. So when you have people opposing you, accusing you, want to argue with you, wasting your time, you don't argue with them. You're on a mission. Your mission is the same as Jesus' mission. To honor, stop with the dog.
He's chasing.
Are you listening to Mama?
Yeah.
Stop with the dog.
Alright.
Look at my face. You can learn from this. He doesn't answer them when he is being falsely accused. He's on a mission to honor God the Father. You, me, Daddy, anybody, Christians, if someone wants to argue, prove you wrong, accuse you falsely, and you know what's true, you're on a mission to honor God. You don't need to waste a second of your life arguing with fools, right? Answer not a fool, lest they become proud or think themselves right. Don't talk to fools. But also, at the same time, if there's truth that must be spoken, you can do that. You're not wrong for doing that, but you must do it in a way that doesn't dishonor the Lord, because that's sinful. Then you become proud and puffed up, argumentative, and that can mess up your witness in sharing the gospel with someone. Jax, you are going time out. All right, let's take him outside, please.
Yes,
Tie him
ma'am.
up, and then come right back, please.
Jax, you're in trouble. Time out, Jax. You're going to time out.
2-year-old.
Here, help me clear this up out of you. Come back, Ivan, we're not quite finished. My poor girls, tortured by that beastly animal. Man, I need tincture or something. I'm coughing. Hey, man. You're so silly.
else?
No.
What happened? Joel disappeared. Joelle, come on, buddy. Come on. No, let's finish our reading. We gotta get work done before we leave to friends.
Maybe after. Hey, be careful if that falls, it's gonna like throw cups everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Where am I again? 11. I said nothing. Joel. Joel!
Joelle. Closes at night. It's just the way the place works. Come on. You can leave Roxy out here if she wants to. Yeah, if you keep an eye on it, you'll see
He
later
wanted
on.
to go see Bella.
What?
He wanted to go see Bella.
Maybe after we're done reading, you guys can run out there and let him play while I empty the dishwasher, get my teeth brushed and everything, and then we'll start school right after that. That plant, keep an eye on it. Tonight you'll see it closed up.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
I've noticed that.
It's
during
beautiful.
the last few days.
Okay, so Jesus said nothing. Okay, then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they testify against you?" But he answered him not one word, so that the governor marveled greatly. He wasn't interested in defending himself. He was interested in accomplishing the Father's will, which was to come and die to redeem whoever believes, right? Now, at the feast, the governor was accustomed to releasing to the multitude one prisoner whom they wished. And at that time, they had a notorious prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they had gathered together, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called Christ?" For they knew that they had handed him over because of envy. While he was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent to him saying, "Have nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things today in a dream because of him." Pilate's wife had a dream that made her say to her husband, "Just have nothing to do with this Jesus. He's just..." And did he listen? No, he did not. But the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitudes that they should ask for Barabbas and destroy Jesus. The governor answered and said to them, "Which of the two do you want me to release to you?" They said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "What then shall I do with Jesus, who is called Christ?" And they all said to him, "Let him be crucified." Then the governor said, "Why? What evil has he done?" But they cried out all the more, saying, "Let him be crucified." Can you believe that? And then he gives in. Like a wuss, he gives in. You don't kill an innocent person. Horrible, horrible.
I bet he got in trouble.
Why?
When Pilate saw that he could not prevail at all, but rather that tumult was rising, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, "I am innocent of the blood of this just person. You see to it." So he washed his hands, saying, I'm not the one that did this, it's you guys, blaming it on the crowd. No, he has the power to stop it, but he's too wussy. So he's letting the crowd call the shots. And all the people answered and said, "His blood be on us and on our children." we'll take the blame for his death. We're not worried about whether he's innocent or not. We want him dead. Then he released Barabbas to them, and when he had scourged Jesus, I think scourged as beat. I can't remember.
Yeah,
We looked it up.
yeah, I know what it is.
What is it?
The metal hot rod.
No.
Yeah.
No. Scourged?
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, define scourged. A lash. So lashes. After they had lashed Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Why? Let's lash him too. Why? He's innocent and you know it. Let's beat him and lash him. What a horrible, horrible, unjust, horrible.
Why don't they just put him on the cross?
So
They
terrible.
have to like torture him before.
So, even though it's horrible, and even though Pilate is a wuss, and even though the Jews were wrong, it had to be done, didn't it? It was prophesied, it was arranged and orchestrated by the Almighty God, it was the plan before the foundation of the world, it was immediately, right after the fall. God talks about the serpent's head being crushed. It needed to happen because the Lord needed a way to save us. And he went through that and did that to save his people.
Time to go home to see Jax.
Yes.
Yay!
Love you. So this is a huge experiment. It may be awful. It may be awesome. I'm just gonna do it anyway. It's a reality TV show with no editing, just our normal, real day, and no glamour, no editing, no anything. If my kids argue, you're gonna hear it. I have to brush my teeth and wash my face and drink coffee in between.
To learn more about Alana's morning skincare routine, watch her video, Get Ready With Me. All the details included in that video.
Hey girl, what is it? What is it? Gracie, what do you keep barking at? What do you want, girl? You want a glass? Hush. Hush. Good girl.
My kids are wearing out our dog, playing with the dog next door. And I have to finish my makeup. In the zone, baby. That's right, Marissa. That's how you get things done. And it helps a lot that my kids are outside playing happily and I don't have toddlers at my ankles. Life has not always been this quiet. Oh wow, yep.
Need my earrings. Earrings, earrings. And perfume. Vera Wang, the original favorite perfume of all time. Absolutely amazing. My hubby gave me this ring on our 15-year last month. I have never dyed my hair before, no. And I'm scared too, because I feel like once you start, you kind of have to keep going. I don't know. I feel like it changes with the seasons too. Like when I swim in the sun, it gets lighter, natural highlights, and then it gets super dark in the winter. Or at least that was my story when I lived in Miami. Now I don't go to the beach anymore every single day, so my hair stays dark all the time now. But I had super natural highlights for a very long time when I lived in Florida growing up. To the point where I would put a ponytail and you could see like the stripes of blonde, and people thought I was lying that I didn't have highlights. It was just the chlorine and the sun mixing together. Time to get these children inside. Lights. Reheat the coffee, because you know I want a second cup. Boys! Come on, baby. Boys! Hi, baby. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Hey! Come here, big girl. Good girl. Are you guys back there? I hear them coming. They're playing with the neighbor's dog. This will be a fun thing in the country when I can't find my kids. I'm gonna get a big bell. Ding, 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 ding. I can't wait. Hey, boys. Boys. Hey, boys! You hear Mama? Ivan! Joel! Okay. Let's see what time it is. Almost 11.
We move super slow in this house in the morning. It's okay.
Hey, boys. Thank you for taking him to play.
Oh, I had so much fun.
Oh, I bet he did. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm gonna give you guinea pig food, and then I want you to brush your teeth and go to the classroom, okay?
Alright.
Here. Actually, just go brush your teeth. I'll set this up. Joelle? Ivan, stop it.
Hey, buddy. Did you have fun? Did you have so much fun? Let's get you more water.
Joelle? Hey, Joelle. Go brush teeth right away and then straight to the classroom.
Okay.
Baby. Thank you so much for taking Jax to play.
Hey, big boy. Go take a nap. We have school. Jax, get your tush out of there. Come on.
My guinea pigs eat like kings. Because if you are in my care, one thing is for sure, you will be well fed. It's my love language, even to the animals. It's ridiculous. Hey, sweets, teeth done?
Yes.
Okay, give him new kibble
The
also.
teeth is done.
Give him new kibble also and new water. Look, you dropped the spinach leaf. Yeah, baby.
My tooth is still bleeding.
Yeah, be gentle with it. It's really tender right now. Here, baby, a spinach leaf fell. I need to brainstorm school for the day. Let me,
Jax is in.
let's get him,
No, Jax is in. Right. Jax. I know I just lost it. I know I just lost it to yesterday, but.
put him in his crate, please.
That's a good idea.
With the big bone from his bed, please. Right here.
Okay.
Thank you,
When
Ivy.
are we leaving?
After school. I want to eat too before, or we could pack a lunch. Okay. Today, we're doing math first. We're doing music, art, and nature study. Art? Ooh, let's look up, yeah, let's do some art. Let's look up the calculator ant that we saw at the trails, find some info about it. That would be really fun. And where's that nature book? Oh.
The guinea pig's food is full of treats. I always try to give them the most sweet.
Oh, I think I've gotten this book before. This is super cool. What day is it? The 20th? Well, this is neat. This is for August. Let me go check the date. I don't even know. Yeah, today is
Chapter.
the 20th. What is that? Don't do that, please. You hear me? Sorry. Here, put the kibble away. And look. Oh, what a sweet little thing.
He's starting to cry.
Is he? Okay, then let's not put him in there. I don't want to leave him in there crying. Only if he's happy. Let's see if he'll lay in his bed with a chewy or something. The new baby interferes with school a lot. Okay, you see the 20th of August right there? What's that? I don't know. Later. Why? Maybe. Are you okay with that? Yes? Okay.
So the 20 what?
The 20th of August right here. This is, you see how it's all broken up into days?
Yeah.
Of the whole month, a nature activity for every single day. So if you are interested, you can look at the 20th and read it to us.
Cool, it's about money.
No, it isn't. I think it's about minerals.
No, it's about money. It's about, maybe. Name some things made of minerals. Never mind. Money's one of them.
And look, here's the birthstones. Diamond for you. I'm a pearl. Or Alexandrite. And brother's opal. See, it's always different. It depends what list you read, and
What's
they're always
opal?
different. Opal is more like a rock than a gem. It's more like a stone than a gem. It's beautiful.
Wow. Can we look it up?
Mm-hmm. Let me make note of that. Opal. Calcular ant.
July is ruby.
Is it August or July? It's August. Yeah, it's August. Oh, you just confused me for a second.
No, July is ruby.
Oh, ruby. Yes, it is. Mhm.
What do you think I said?
July is really, and you were going to say something else. So I thought it was July for a split second. I'm like, no, it's August.
Yeah, it's August. And what's August?
I don't know.
I can't.
Sardonyx. I don't know. Well, then let's tie him up outside, big boy.
Wellstone. Diamond. Oh yeah. Diamond. Oh yeah. Yeah. Diamond.
Sorry, baby. Thank you for doing that.
Diamond. Diamond.
So, will you pass me the math book? Let's get started with some math problems.
Oh, this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the math that we had last year?
The beginning of it. We're finishing it.
What do you mean the beginning of it?
We did all up to here last year, and now we're continuing.
We didn't finish.
Which is fine, because we would have done this last year, and it would have probably felt like too much to really, really grasp. So I would rather start with this now, so that you can really, really grasp it before we move on to other stuff.
Yeah.
That's pointless to move on when you don't really, really understand something. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Here, son, put that back for me. Let's do a few by ourselves first, okay?
Mhm.
I want you to do this one by yourself. You can come up here if you like, or you can write it on a paper and work with the blocks. What do you prefer?
I'll write it on the
Okay, let me give you, here, get whatever pencil you want.
paper. I'm using this aqua camo green one. There.
Here's that. And this for brother. In fact, I'm just gonna write them on the board, and you take your time, do each one, and I'm here to help. These are yours. Okay?
Mhm. And that's all of them?
Yep.
Okay. So we're doing math first, yes.
Yeah, let's knock it out so we can do all the other fun stuff after.
Okay.
Which, this is fun too, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna
I love that
do
voice.
Chopin for music. And, where's my art guy? Rembrandt.
I'm a 2-year-old using blocks for math.
We're using blocks because they're huge numbers. That's why.
That's why.
All right. Go ahead and begin. You have your problems right there. The sooner you start, the sooner you're done. Let me close the sign.
I think I can do this thing without blocks.
If you can, you should. If you have any questions at any point, ask Mom.
Okay, so what's the problem? Oh yeah, 12 divided by 264. Wow, that's big.
Did you get the guinea's new water too, or no?
Oh yeah, right.
It's okay. I can do it. Please, you just focus on that. Your brother is missing again. This is the normal way of life. Joelle. Joelle! 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 Joelle!
Oh right, that one thing.
Hey, baby. Joelle, you getting water? Okay, switch it around. Please go do it now so we don't take forever. It's getting water.
Mom,
Yeah?
what is this?
What is what?
Look, hurry.
Coming. Yeah, it's just the pressure of the water creates air bubbles. Yeah, that's just oxygen, a bunch of oxygen bubbles. Camera's filming nothing right now. Camera's filming nothing right now.
Come on, little babies.
You guys are so cute eating carrots like that.
How adorable.
It's so funny.
I want you, sweet boy, to do these right here. This is your side.
Ooh,
You can do it on the board or your paper. Your choice.
I prefer board.
Okay, here's a marker.
It's bigger and definitely more helpful.
Thank you for getting Jax out there. Does he look like he's ready for a nap? I'll go check on him
He was
soon.
just sitting there like,
Okay, I'll go check on him soon.
so.
All right, get started. I don't want to take
14
long.
into 38.
It's 11 already.
What is 14 into 38?
Check it
Actually,
out.
I'm going to do it on my paper. That's definitely smaller and more helpful. Opposite of what I said earlier. Where's the Sharpie? I was looking for the Sharpie.
That, you shouldn't need any. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mom, could you write it on my paper?
You want to do it on the paper instead of the board?
Yes. Like I said.
I didn't hear you.
Oops, sorry, Rusty. I'm not Jack. I'm totally absolutely not Jack. Okay, Papa?
Mm-mm.
She was laying down and my toe touched her tail, and she got mad because she thought it was Jack.
Twice exactly.
If you need a better eraser, there's many. I can go like twice more.
You can, you're right. Here you go, baby.
So I'm gonna write 2 above this 6.
Try not to move the table, Joelle. Calm your body down so that the table doesn't shake, so brother can write and you can write in peace.
12 plus 12 is
28.
12 plus 12 is 28.
38.
12 plus 12
list.
Look at me. You have these problems. Don't talk about his work at all. You work on yours and focus on yours only, okay? You can write it down or use the blocks if you need to. You have to figure it out.
I know how to do this, just
I know, but you're,
here.
go ahead.
Just me
Focus.
here, what?
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you were there. I'm sorry. Oh, Jax's bone.
Wait, his bone's in here? 3 times. 3
Okay,
times.
awesome. Continue. We will check it after you're done.
3. No, 3, 14.
There you go. Good job. Subtraction.
38 minus,
There's no minusing. It's 14 times 3.
38 minus 6 is,
Why?
is that right? 3 times 14. What is 3 times 14? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. So far, so good.
23. Jax is barking.
I'm gonna go check on him. Focus on that.
80 times 2 is... What am I even doing? I have no idea. Anyway. Which one are you on, first, second, or third?
I'm my first, but this one's really hard.
I bet.
12 divided by 264.
Ooh. I'm sorry I can do that for you.
Of course you can't. How do you do this again? Is it divided or 12? Multiplication. Is it
12 in, how many times is 12 fit into
no?
20?
What problem do I do? So
12 into 24, how much?
12 into 24.
I don't just
No,
12
I just subtracted and then it's ready to go like this. I don't remember.
You just did it right here. Right?
No, look. So I don't remember what to do next.
12 into 24.
12 into 24? I just did that.
No, you did 12 into 26. Then you subtracted it. 2 was left, and the 4 came down. Now it's 24. 12 into 24. How many times?
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
What
I
baby?
totally forgot that.
I can't figure this out.
Oh, my Jax.
Oh, goodness, what is wrong with me? All right,
Jack,
this
I
animal.
switched it to 2. Go.
Out of here. Well, don't switch it around, sweetie. Leave
So,
the blocks to
what,
be
14
certain.
twice is 28. And if I fit another 3 and a 4, that's 40. And it can fit.
Exactly. So
So
it's
it's
only
2.
twice. Yep.
Jackson's
Exactly.
So it's 28.
Come on.
Hey, Winnie. Let's see.
So is this next to it? This? Times or plus?
Times. No, 2 times.
Oh, right.
2
Times
times
this is
12.
24 minus the remainder.
0. So don't put the remainder after that. So there's no remainder. That you didn't.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure this
Yeah,
out.
so then that'll be 24 minus 0. Completed. What's my next one? Oh boy, that one's harder. 22 divided by 946. Yikes.
That's really hard. How much does 14 fit into 106? Each.
He's so funny. He's trying to find a spot. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. All right, moving on to the next one.
So then the next one is 22 divided by 946.
Five, six, seven times. 7 times. All of this is full except these 6. 8 remainder.
Okay.
So how many times?
You said 7. I don't know.
Yes.
I would have to solve it too. I don't know it off the top of my head.
7 goes here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
7 times 14.
7 times 14. 98. 98.
And what'd you say the remainder was? 8 remainder? I think you're right. See? Check it out.
Now let's see.
You didn't align that very well. You're going to confuse yourself.
The 1 over the 1.
No, that's 106 and minus 98. Where does the 98 have to go?
Here.
Yeah, you're going to
So
confuse
it's
yourself.
6
Mm-hmm.
minus 8. What is 6? Help. Now 16 minus 8. 8. 2. So the 8 goes here. And then 8 minus 0. I mean 9 minus 0.
No, where'd you borrow the 1 from? Here. So that becomes a 9. There you
So
go.
9 minus 9 goes 0.
3 times.
What's the number? 22?
22.
0. So it's 8.
94.
What's left over here? 8, 8, and 8?
It's 8. Mommy, it's
That's
8.
24
The
right
answer
there.
is 8.
So if it's one more time.
There's 8 left over.
I think you're doing that wrong. I think you should go through the trouble that you're trying to avoid going through to make sure you're having it right. Because
98 and 100.
is 8 the answer, or is it something
8 the
else?
answer.
Okay, then maybe that's right. That's right.
Now, oh, it's remainder 8. Wow, I did an entire math problem.
Okay.
An entire math problem.
You see how this is 8, 8, 8? Do you see that? 8, 8, 8? That's 24, right? So it actually has 4 times, not 3. Do you see that?
Yeah, 3 times.
How much does 10 fit into 20
No.
twice? Yay.
4 times.
4 times.
How much does 10
Are you
fit into 20
100% sure
twice?
this is right? Check it out. Let's do 27 times 14 to be sure that that's right. 27 times 14, and then at the end add the remainder 8, okay? Go ahead.
So, times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 4 times 7.
Nope.
You're gonna miss.
I just want you to focus on that.
Okay, so.
Where you at?
4.
Okay.
Times 22 equals what?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. Then the answer's here. The answer's here, right?
I don't know. I wasn't with you through the process, so I'm not sure.
So this goes in 4 times to 94.
94? Yep.
Is this 21?
No.
I'm just gonna do 14 twice.
I don't know how to figure this out.
28.
Sure you do. 20, what is it, 4 times 22? Sure you do.
Yeah, 22, 44, 88.
Mm-hmm.
2.
See? You do know how. Why'd you say 88? Oh, that's him, okay.
That was me.
Yeah.
1 times 7. 7. 1 times 2. 2.
Very good.
I'm used to just doing minus because everything here is minus.
Okay.
Everything. So now the 8 drop. 2 plus 8 is 10 plus 6. That's what I was trying to show you.
Roxy is like trying to lay on it, but she can't quite figure out how. She's just laying on it somehow. I wish I can find a better spot.
So what is 17? Where do I put the 1?
Where?
7.
Yeah.
Over on this side? Or over the 1, over the 2, I mean, sorry. And then you add the 1 and the 2. 378, and then you add that. Perfect.
8 plus 8. This is going to be in 1,000.
No, it's not.
What's it say? 16. Ooh, I never knew that. Never, ever. Oh my God, your head. Okay, so the 1 goes.
No. Why? Why above the 3? Look at your 10.
7.
Right.
7. 6. 8. 3.
Does that match?
Yeah.
You did it right. Perfect. Now you can move on here. What did you do there? That's a 3?
2.
Good. Where's that on top of the 0?
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Why? Just to make sure I was doing it right now.
Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm sorry. It needs to not be boring for the people watching. Where are you at? You're done with that one. You're here. 88, correct. 14, okay.
And then I forgot what's next.
The 6 goes down.
Well, no, I knew that. I just
Okay.
to do that.
Well, there you go. Now you know.
Oh boy. This one's hard.
So what's next?
Why?
It's not hard, it's just a huge number.
It's just a lot of work. But,
Yeah.
oh well, right? You gotta do the work to figure it out. So here's 1. 6. Yes, baby?
Let's get it going.
No. You know that. Okay, so what are we doing? 22? There's 22. Very good, exactly. Are you sure? It's kind of hard to see it. Why don't you put the 2s here so that you have all this space for the 10s?
Oh, good.
And so, I'm not Cinderella. I don't understand that talk.
You watch Cinderella?
I love it. You guys need to. Very good. Exactly. So far, how many times? 1, 2, 3. A lot more. 4.
I hope I have enough.
5.
I don't know.
We're working. Shh. Focus. That's 5 so far, right? Well, you just added more. You just added more of these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then 6.
No,
haven't done 6 yet. Don't count it yet. Here's 6.
We ran out of 2s.
Yep, but that's it.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, so if we go in there 6 times,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and write it.
so I put the 6 here, right?
Mm-hmm. And 6 times 22.
We started this new kind of problem 2 days ago, right? No, okay.
Yeah,
So,
very recently, like 2 or 3 days only.
Mommy, it's 11.
What is 11?
38 minus 49.
49 minus 38. Yes, it is 11.
Okay, 6 times 22 equals 100.
I would write it down just to be sure, right? 22 times 6 and solve it instead of trying to figure it out.
Okay,
Because if you mess up, then you have to go back and erase everything. Focus, my love. Hey, Joelle, look at mommy. Stop making every single sound that you're making and work.
Okay, so what's next?
What do you tell me? I'm not doing your problem, so I don't know where you are.
114.
Okay.
How many times is 38 fit into this massive thing?
Good.
It's massive.
You're still, hey.
So 30, what? 8.
You're still talking.
yes. Don't get me fat.
Hey,
Of course I can.
30, 8. 30. 8. 30.
She's falling. What'd you get?
I got 2,
Okay, no, it's
Awesome. All right.
32.
Awesome. It looks like it's the last step.
And then minus?
Mhm.
I always forget the minus.
It's okay.
When it comes in.
I know. It's like a cycle.
6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, so it's 4. Remainder 14.
Yep. Perfect. Looks like you got it, baby.
That's a big remainder.
I know, but look at the number. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And one more, baby. Go for it.
That's at least 1.
Sort of. Oh, this one's gonna be bigger.
Joelle, where are you at? You're already on this one, sweetheart?
Hey Mom, what's the, I thought you were
Sorry.
east.
No, it's right there.
Wow, perfectly and no remainders.
The,
So let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. Perfectly with no remainders.
that
Cool.
looks like a giant walkie-talkie.
There you go.
It does.
Mhm.
Or a giant hockey stick. No.
A miniature hockey stick.
This one's really easy.
Doesn't
Go
really
for it.
work.
Yeah, this one is. Yeah, this one is. This one's 25 and 25 is 0. Oh, that was easy.
Really?
And then 0.
No, Ivan. Try again.
What?
25.
So only the 3 goes up here?
Which? Jax! No!
Dog.
Lay down. Lay down for bed.
Roxy wants to lay down, but she can't. Roxy wants to lay down, but she can't.
She is hilarious.
Just
Okay. What'd you ask me, Joelle?
Is this correct?
Yes.
That
It is, yes.
putting 3 up here?
Yes, sir. And now 3.
13 times, no, 3 times 38, write it down.
3, 30.
3 times
Is this
38.
right so far?
Yep, now the 3 drops.
And now 3 drops. I shouldn't have wrote the 0 there.
It's okay.
Oh, that's Jackson's face.
Wow, completely.
Good, he's laying down.
That was great. I'm done.
Don't get him riled up. He's
Now
finally
I did
sleeping.
that right.
Yes, go for it. 13 times 38.
25. 3.
No, 25 into 3. It's too big, right? So you put a 0. That's the one step that's kind of hard to remember, I think.
0.
Yeah. And then
0. And that is 0.
no, 0 times that.
Yeah, 0 times this is 0.
Mm-hmm.
Where I put the 0.
The same place, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then minus
Mm-hmm. And that's your remainder.
remainder.
What do you think about that?
Alright, done. Not good. I should have
Oh,
done
why are you doing it, baby?
that.
I do. I know. And it's not okay. Are you going to double check it or are you done? I think we're done with the blocks.
So it's 13 times 38?
Mm-hmm.
Or 38 times 13?
Either way, it'll be the same answer.
Sweet.
Alright, let's see. This pencil's horrible.
Really? The pencil's full. Sweet.
8
I
times
guess
30.
Everyone
The
quiet.
dog is up.
Is he? Man.
And he
Fine.
has something too. I'll get it.
Thank you.
Okay, Jax, you're not getting away with this one. Why? So,
Get back here.
yes, the money. Jail.
I did this wrong.
Jax stole the money from the National Bank of America. Come on. But it's plastic money.
I haven't taken to the crate for me.
Here, he
And
stole the money.
put him inside the crate in the living room with the bone that's on his bed, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
So, if this, Mom,
Yes, my love.
I need help ordering 8 times.
24.
oh, eight ones.
Okay, this is wrong.
3 times 9. 3 ones. 3. Now let's see. 4, 8, 19. Oh. Could you go get me a cold glass of water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cold.
Act normal for the camera while I'm gone.
Okay.
Hey,
Wait.
yes.
4 goes here. Remainder. No remainder. Yes, I did it right. I'm so happy, so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, so happy.
Let me get you one. Joelle, there's no cold water. Remember, we just filled it up.
Well, just get me some water, please. And mommy, it was also on closed, low battery, so it won't filming this entire time.
I left it in the bathroom. Okay, so that's what happened. happened. I saw the number wrong. I read the number wrong. Let's see. I need a closer plug. Look at that squeakies. Man, Jax. Let's do it on the board together, just real quick, just to make sure that, okay, so it's not a 4, it's a 9?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay, so 8.
I know, sorry,
That
I
makes
wrote it
sense.
difficult to see.
That's okay, now I just get it now. So 14 minus 8, did you do that? See, you didn't do that, you did it, 8 minus 4 equals 4. That's not right, because it's 4 minus 8, so it needs help. So that's 6. And then 8 minus 8 is 0, minus 6 comes
See, I
down.
thought that it was, I was reading it backwards.
Right, you always have to focus on that when it's subtraction, because then the whole problem comes out wrong. Look at how huge the number was when I checked it. 1,012, which is totally wrong. 66, 22, 246, right? So 3 times. And then 0 remainder. So it's actually 43. So 43 times 22 should come out to this. 14, 15, 9, 54. I did something wrong. Just forget it.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're good. Let's move on. It's Thursday. Last day of the week for school. Joelle?
Yeah.
Let's sit down. Put those blocks away from me, please. And let's do for a nature study today. I would like us to look at a video about the cow killer ant that we saw on the trails the other day.
Cool. Oh yeah.
And after that, we can look up a little bit about opal mining. I wanted to ask about that. And ooh. All right, so turn around, please. Cow killer.
Welcome to Everyday Web Minutes. I heard a noise in my front yard today. Very faint, but very familiar. The hair stood up on the back of my neck. I looked all over, but could not find it. The sound had stopped. Now my front yard was a place to tread carefully. No going outside barefoot. You see, the sound that I heard was created by one of the most truly beautiful insects I've ever seen. Here in South Carolina, they call them velvet ants. Sounds nice and sweet. Where I grew up in Oklahoma, we call them cow killers. These creatures are not ants at all. They're female wasps without wings. The male has wings but no stinger, so I have nothing else to say about the male. The female, though, she's a sight to behold. She can be over an inch long, covered in bright red and solid black, striped velvet fur. At least the ones I have dealt with. They can also be a dirty yellow. And from what I understand, way out west near the southeast part of the Rockies, they're black. So it's a bug. So you step on it and kill it, right? Wrong. If you step on them on dirt or even rock hard clay and turn your shoe back and forth, you'll only just push them into the ground. I tried to step on one on a concrete driveway one time. No, you won't kill them, you just make them mad. They will play dead or scream at you. They have one of the toughest exoskeletons Mother Nature has to offer. I can't tell you that a concrete driveway and a 3-pound hammer will fix your problem. I said they would scream at you. Listen to this. This is a velvet ant. That's what I heard today. You see, they kill in-ground bees and beetles. They also lay 1 or 2 eggs, 5 bee eggs.
There are yellow and black
When the
ones,
wasp was
and
born, they eat all the bees. Coming out of
the
the ground
mountain
full
that
grown.
they're female wasps without wings.
Their sting is one of the worst in the world. Thus their Western nickname of cow killers. It hurts so bad you think it would kill a cow. Hornet stings are nothing compared to these lady wasps. How do most people get stung? Number 1, barefoot in a sandy area, not beach sand, inland sand, where bees and yellow jackets can build in-ground hives. Number 2, oh, look at the pretty red and black ant. That's an inch long. Here, let me pick it up. And why would anyone pick up an ant that's an inch long? That takes a special person. Number 3, they step on it, assume it's dead, pick it up to look at the pretty bug, and bang, they get stung. So now, my friend, you know all you need to know about the cow killer velvet ant.
Word. So it's wasps. So I remember we talked about how the males have wings. It's because they're actually wasps, not ants.
So, Mom, never step on it. They'll play dead.
Oh my
So
goodness.
never step on it and pick it up.
Yeah, they have the toughest exoskeleton.
Do you remember?
They have the toughest exoskeleton Mother Nature has to offer.
Do you remember when the first one we ever saw when you guys had just been at the sandbox, and then we saw it running around? So I wonder if you somehow disturbed where it was, and it like came out from that sandbox, and that's why we saw it running, because they said it's in sandy areas, right? That's scary.
And so just never pick one up
Mm-hmm.
under any circumstances.
Or be barefoot.
In sandy areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opal mining. Let's check that out. Ooh.
And now we know what it sounds like.
It tells us what it sounds like. They chatter. They go.
Look how beautiful.
Wow.
Oh no, did your game just get interrupted by an update? It's switching time, so a Chromebook updates automatically. Switch to updates without
Oh no, did your schooling just get interrupted by an annoying commercial?
Yeah.
What's up, team? Right now, I'm on the border of Nevada and California. You're probably wondering, why is Nick at the border of California and Nevada? I'm on my way to go up to almost the top of Nevada, where Nevada turns into Oregon. This little tiny town, it's really close by. It's called Denio, Nevada. And really close to that, there is Opal.
Sorry, we'll look at that on the map afterwards. Denio, Nevada.
And you can actually pay a small fee and go opal mining. And opals are my favorite gemstone. There's so much science behind the opals. And so right now I'm just getting myself up there. It's an 11.5-hour drive from Los Angeles.
Wow.
So I got quite a bit more to go. I have 7 hours to go. So I'm going to jump back in the car and drive up all the way through Nevada to get up to this opal mine.
Yeah.
Never know what you're going to find when you stop for coffee.
Oh yeah.
This is awesome.
That's cool. Wow.
I think that's a torpedo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that thing is tough.
Okay, what they don't tell you is that the road in is entirely gravel, like off-roading. So my car really wasn't equipped for that, but we made it. There we go, Royal Peacock Opal Mine. Okay, so I'm set up. I'll be really quiet, just a bunch of people here camping, sleeping. But my tent's good. I'm inside my tent right now. This is
What an adventure.
I'm just gonna hang out, look at the stars. Go to bed early, get up around 7:30, and do some opal mining.
Wow.
Areas.
Yeah.
Alright,
is
so I'm the
cool.
first one out today. I got the guy to let me in right on time. So he just opened the big little gate, and we're going in. Alright, team, so it's probably not even an hour in. And I was peeling off some of this, what's known as bentonite. Is that right, bentonite?
Bentonite
My
clay.
new buddy back here,
We
Scott.
have that.
Scott, by the way, is an Olympian.
Bentonite is what they make kitty litter with, and it's one of the ingredients I put in my facials. You know, when I come out all black or green, I put bentonite clay because it actually extracts bacteria.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
It's good for like staph infections too. You mix it up with honey and put it on a wound and it sucks out the infection.
So you're saying that you put kitty litter on your face?
No, I put bentonite clay on my face and they use that for kitty litter. So he pulled off bentonite. Thank you.
I'm not even making that up. That's true. Traveled the world, done some really crazy things. He's a rock hound just like me. We were chatting earlier, and so we kind of exchanged sort of some ideas about how to do this properly. And I kid you not, in the first hour, I found a really nice opal. Now I'm going to show you guys over here where I found it.
Exciting.
And sort of what I'm looking at right here. And so I read this thing online and it said, look out for the sticks, right? And so there we go. There is a vein right there. And this sort of popped off right at the bottom of that. And that right there, my friends, is some beautiful, beautiful opal. All right, team, a little bit of an update. Since morning, it's now noon right now. People are finding stuff left and right. Boy Scott over here. He's the only one that has it. Alright, so if you see these little black holes right here, what these little holes are, if you pick up this material right here is wood. And what happened is, a long time ago, a volcano exploded, pushed all of this wood down into sort of a valley. From that valley, and got all of this top layer of really rich silica. That silica over time, as it rained, came in and filled the holes where the wood rotted out. And so you can see there's these holes right here where the wood should be, but it's not. And sometimes you can actually pick up little pieces of wood. But if you guys take a look at these lines, you can see these little lines go down here. And if there were a piece of wood like that laying this way, and had filtered and had taken up all of the silica, it would have turned into a opal. And so what we're looking for is like, you guys can kind of see here, here's like, this is where a piece of wood was. Now you're like, well, where is all the silica? Well, you can actually see it in these big pockets, these big chunks. So these big pockets of ash from the volcano have a ton of pure silica in them. What you're looking for is these little holes underneath a big pocket of ash like that. And then eureka! One last thing to tell you guys. This rock right here is different than everything else. I already forgot the name of it, but it's something.
Bentonite.
It's different than everything else. And so that
A clay.
This hard rock.
Wow, volcanic ash.
Mushy
Ooh,
goose.
we gotta rewind that a
So you
little.
really want to find this kind of rock underneath of one of those things.
Does it do the 10-second before? You saw that, how it said it has the ability to absorb something?
I forgot the name of it, but it's something.
Okay, so a clay formed by the decomposition of volcanic ash, having the ability to absorb large quantities of water and to expand to several times its normal volume.
Wow.
Interesting. We have some in the bathroom, I'll show you.
And everything else, and so that tends to be where the opals are, in this hard rock, not in this soft, mushy goo stuff. So you really want to find this kind of rock underneath of one of those things that's got some of these in it. If you guys look right here, you guys see that?
Yep.
There's some nice opal.
Crazy.
I'm going to very delicately carve around that and get the post rock out of there.
How
Alright
fun.
guys, that's the end of the day. It's 4 o'clock. It is time to go home. The whistle has blown. Woo! Time to get out of here. Found lots of really good stuff, really good specimens. I think the first find was probably the best. Typically that happens when you're trying something new. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to happen that way. Scott finally found something, and he found something really nice. A really nice black opal. We found probably one of the best pieces of black opal I have ever seen in my entire life. Now look how big that is. Now inside, it's black. If you hold this up to the sun, it is fire opal, fire black opal. What he's holding in his hand is worth well over $1,000.
Wow.
Nice work, Scott.
Thank you much.
Nice.
How
What I'm going to
fun.
show you guys really quick is
We gotta go there with residents.
We gotta go
opals,
there.
These particular opals, the only way to stabilize them is to put them in water. So when you leave, you have to take your opals that are down here in your water, and you have to put them in a little baggie. And so I'm going to put them in some Ziploc bags, and then I'm going to be able to take these guys out. Now, this water's kind of murky, but I want to see if I can show you at least one of the pieces that I got today. If you take a look right there, there's a little tube.
What is that?
And that little tube right there, that little
Is that
branch,
your teeth?
runs all the way
What?
from here
Your
to here.
teeth? That noise?
So it's almost as big as
What is
the
that?
piece that I found the first day. So I went ahead and put all of this stuff in some water, in some little baggies, and I got some really good opal. Just really good, really nice, really awesome classic pieces of opal.
How fun.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, goodness. That's Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So, okay, something else we want to do.
It wasn't done yet.
It was, oh, was it not? It was a
just an ad.
commercial. Sorry. I thought it was over.
Add your name to join my campaign.
No.
I love this. And it's so true. In all the exhibitions I've ever done, anytime that I had positive thoughts, I did really well. Royal Peak, you guys are awesome. Alright team, so I wanted to show you some of the samples that I got from the opal mine. I know what's really interesting is that they look like bones.
Sticks,
But what it
bones.
is it's actually petrified sticks in a way, so they're called a limb cast. This is a really good example of a limb cast. Now, the coolest part of an opal is if you can get it to see the coloring, how like,
Wow.
I'm gonna really try to show
We
you
got
You
guys
see it?
the coloring.
That's
Really,
so
what it's all about
cool.
is getting, yeah, see how there's a little bit of, you can see that fire. That one's really fiery. So cool.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
This one you can almost see entirely through, like all the way through almost the entire thing. So if we hold it up to the sun, look at that. You can see almost right through the entire piece of opal.
We got
It's
it.
amber all the way through. How cool is that? Also found a really nice piece of white opal.
Wow.
White.
Oh, the white opal is really interesting because it's actually, it's really pretty. But it's actually the least valuable of all of them.
It's the least valuable.
Okay, so there we go. Some really cool, awesome specimens of opal, of limb cast, tree limb cast opals. Let me know in the comment section below, were you guys super surprised that one, that there is opal that you can mine here in the United States, and that two, that I found some. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys really soon.
Okay, we need to go there.
Alright, go.
So that was on the border of Nevada, California, and Oregon. It was like in the little,
Should we go there
Middle
with the
part.
plane?
yeah, we would fly there for sure. That's too far away.
I would love to go there with Erasmus.
All right, we are almost done. Let's do a little bit of reading.
So we live here, and then where's Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania is all the
Way in the east.
It's actually in California.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that?
on the border of Nevada.
Not Pennsylvania, baby.
Not
Denia.
Pennsylvania.
Denia, he called it?
So I think Denny or something. But I'm gonna get a cage for them. So we're here. We have to fly to here.
Yes, and it was like in the border of Nevada, California, and almost in Oregon. Somewhere around here probably.
So wait, in the Oregon Trail, we literally start
No,
around here.
no, not all the way there. The Oregon Trail probably was like in the middle, like Kansas.
Yeah, we started in Kansas in the Oregon Trail, went through Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, and then got to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go opal
That
mining.
is so cool. That's
I
one
think-
of the things I want to do.
I
with
think
you
I
guys
passed.
is go
I think I
mine.
went to the
Black
opal. I want to
and
get
white.
white opal. I think I went to the opal mine when in Oregon Trail. I think I went there.
Oh, when you played Oregon Trail?
Mhm.
Well, all right, we are doing, okay, you guys noticed how on Monday and Tuesday we did a lot of history and geography. Yesterday was Wednesday, we did a lot of science. Thursday is our music, art, nature science day, okay? So we pretty much just did nature science, both those things. This is more nature study. And then this is gonna be our artist, Rembrandt. Can you say Rembrandt?
Rembrandt.
And our composer, Chopin.
Chopin.
And it looks like it says Chopin, but it's Chopin. Chopin, okay? Chopin. So what would you like to start with? Music, more nature study, or art?
More nature study. Art.
You guys are never on the same page.
We are.
Alright, let's do nature study. Among the meadow people,
No art.
the robins build a nest. When Mr. and Mrs. Robin built in the spring, they were not quite agreed as to where the nest should be. Mr. Robin was a very decided bird and had made up his mind that the lowest crotch of a maple tree would be the best place. He even went so far as to take 3 billfuls of mud there and stick it 2 blades of dry grass. Mrs. Robin wanted it on the end of the second rail from the top of the split rail fence. She said it was high enough from the ground to be safe and dry, and not so high that a little bird falling out would hurt in himself very much. Then too, the top rail was broad at the end and would keep the rain off so well. And the nest will be just the color of the rails, she said, so that even a red squirrel could hardly see it. She disliked red squirrels, and she had reason to, for she had been married before, and if it had not been for a red squirrel, she might have already had children as large as she was. So the squirrel must have eaten her babies, or her eggs. I say that the tree is the place for it, said Mr. Robin, and I wear the brightest breast feathers. He said this because, in bird families, the one who wears the brightest breast feathers thinks he has the right to decide things. Mrs. Robin was wise enough not to answer back when he spoke in this way. She only shook her feathers, took 10 quick running steps, tilted her body forward, looked hard at the ground, and pulled out something for supper. After that, she fluttered around the maple tree crotch as though she had never thought of any other place. Mr. Robin wished he had not been quite so decided, or reminded her of his breast feathers. After all, he thought, I don't know, but the fence rail would have done. He thought this, but he didn't say it, so he regretted speaking a little harshly to his wife. It is not always easy for a robin to give up and let one with dull breast feathers know that he thinks himself wrong.
Oh wait, female robins and male robins look
don't do
exactly the same.
I agree. They look exactly the same. Maybe the breast feathers are slightly brighter. We had a good look at them,
Maybe.
but it's hard to
No,
tell.
I've noticed.
You have.
The male is like bright orange, and
Well,
the female is like kind of whitish orange.
Maybe.
Dull.
I don't know. That night, they perched in the maple tree and slept with their heads under their wings, long before the sun was in sight. When the first beams were just touching the tops of the forest trees, they awakened. Bright-eyed and rested, preened their feathers and sang their morning song. Cheerily, cheerily, cheer up, and flew off to find food. So when I wake up in the middle of the night with Jax, I always know if I don't look at the clock, I usually just get up and go outside. If it's after 4:30, the birds are going nuts. If it's before 4:30, it's totally silent outside. So I always know what time is it when I take him out. Oh, it's after 4:30 because it's so loud. Like the night we camped out there and it was black, pitch black, but the birds were just going berserk.
Oh yeah.
They start right at the first sight of the sun. After breakfast, they began to work on the nest. Mrs. Robin stopped often to look and peck at the bark. It will take a great deal of mud, she said, to fill in that deep crotch until we reach a place wide enough for the nest. So it must be like a maple tree, like 2 branches coming together like that, and they have to pack it with mud until they reach a spot wide enough for their nest, right? At another time she said, my dear, I am afraid that the dry grass you are bringing is too light colored. It shows very plainly against the maple bark. Can't you find some that is darker? Mr. Robin hunted and hunted, but could find nothing which was darker. As he flew past the fence, he noticed that it was almost the color of the grass in his bill. After a while, okay, so the fence is almost the color of the grass in his bill. After a while, soft gray clouds began to cover the sky. I wonder, said Mrs. Robin, if it will rain before we get this done. The mud is soft enough now to work well, and this place is so open that the rain might easily wash away all that we have done.
It did rain, however, and very soon. The great drops came down so hard that one could only think of pebbles falling. Mr. and Mrs. Robin oiled their feathers as quickly as they could, taking the oil from their back pockets and putting it onto their feathers with their bills, just like chickens. This made the finest kind of waterproof and was not at all heavy to wear. When the rain was over, they shook themselves and looked at their work. I believe, said Mrs. Robin to her husband, that you are right in saying that we might better give up this place and begin over again somewhere else. Now, Mr. Robin could not remember having said that. He thought anything of the sort, and he looked very sharply at his wife and cocked his back head to one side until all the black and white streaks on his throat showed. She did not seem to know that he was watching her as she hopped around and partly built nest, poking it here and pushing it there and trying her hardest to make it look right. He thought she would say something, but she didn't, so she's tricking him. I think you're right, we should build somewhere else. He never said that. And he's like, Then he knew he must speak first. He flirted his tail and tipped his head and drew some of his brown winged feathers through his bill. Then he held himself very straight and tall and said, well, if you do agree with me, I think you might much better stop working here and begin in another place. So it's kind of like when we see birds starting to build nests, we think, cool, there's going to be a nest there, let's keep an eye on it. And then they never show up again. They must change their minds sometimes. We don't know what trouble they must run into or figure this is not a good spot for whatever reason, and then they end up not staying there. It seems almost too bad, she said. Of course, there are some other places, but by this time, Mr. Robin knew exactly what to do. Plenty of them, he said. Now don't fuss any longer with this. That place on the rail fence is an excellent one. I wonder that no other birds have taken it. As he spoke, he flew ahead to the very spot which Mrs. Robin had first chosen. She was a very wise bird and knew far too much to say, I told you so. She didn't say that. Saying that, you know, always makes things go wrong, right? Even if you think, this is what I said from the very beginning, just, right? Because it really does just create problems. She looked at the rail fence, ran along the top of it, towing it prettily as she ran, looked around in a surprised way and said, oh, that place? Yes, Mrs. Robin, said her husband, that place. Do you see anything wrong about it? No, she said. I think I could make it do. Before long, another nest was half built, and Mrs. Robin was stopping every little while to sing her afternoon song. Do you think what you do? Do you think what you do? Do you think what you do? Do you think? Okay, I guess that's her song. Do you think what you do? Do you think what you do? Do you think? Mr. Robin was also at work, and such billfuls of mud, such fine little twigs, and such... Not that we care to show off, they said, but somehow that seemed to be the best place to put it. Mr. Robin was very proud of his nest and his wife. He knew, or he never went far away if he could help it. Once she heard him tell Mr. Goldfinch that Mrs. Robin was very sweet about building where he chose, and that even after he insisted on changing places from the tree to the fence, she was perfectly good-natured. Yes, said Mrs. Robin to Mrs. Goldfinch, I was perfectly good-natured. Then she gave a happy, chirpy little laugh, and Mrs. Goldfinch laughed too. They were perfectly contented birds, even if they didn't wear the brightest breast feathers or insist on having their own way. And Mrs. Robin had been married before. That is funny. This is like a marriage lesson. Mrs. Robin was a very wise little wife, I must say. That's super funny. Let's read this at lunch. Our art and composer. Our artist and our composer.
I'm hungry for lunch.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go cook right now.
I'm just gonna get a snack. I don't want to eat lunch right now. I just want a little snack.
We're actually supposed to leave in about 20 minutes, so I would rather us eat and then go, unless you want me to pack food that you'll eat there.
Pack food that I'll eat there.
Are you sure you'll eat it there?
Yes. Like I did last time. That
Careful.
I have to say. Ooh.
Okay. Well, let's read this.
I have to say that burrito last time was delicious.
I don't remember, but good. I'm glad you do.
Jet speed.
Can you get the towel from the kitchen for me and clean it up?
Sure thing. Woman.
Okay, now we'll just read our composer and artist study over lunch and call it a school week.
Or Pokemon.
What? I'm gonna end our reality TV episode 1 here. Let me know in the comments if this was horribly boring or kind of cool and fun. When I do another one, it won't be sitting through breakfast in school. It'll probably be another segment of our day. So yeah, feedback, and thanks for watching. And I hope it was in some way unique and entertaining. Will you take this to the kitchen table for me? Thank you. I don't think so. We're leaving super soon. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and see you next time.